Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video in a brand new episode. And today is a miserable day out in the garden. We've had 7 weeks of nothing. Well, we've had about 10 weeks of nothing since we've been in lockdown, and the heavens of Britain has started to say, you know what, you've had enough, son, give them some rain. So it's a bit of a miserable day, so I've got to go a bit quick because it is starting to rain, and knowing what the rain's been like today, it's probably going to torrential downpour. But we're going to be planting some root strawberries and giant strawberries. We've got a hatch here. I'm sitting on a bag of compost. We've got 3 of them, and we've got 3 giant strawberry plants and then 20 root, and they're delivered like these, and these will recover. But we probably won't get any growth out of them. Well, we probably won't get anything out of them this year, but we will next year. We've got our giant strawberry, which are delivered in the pots. This is because they have more chance of surviving in the pots. So as I said, we've got our hatch, and we're gonna be putting some cardboard down first, which is over there. And then we're gonna be putting our hatch down on top. We're gonna be putting some compost there, and then we'll get edging later. We don't actually have edging with us right now, but we can put that on later. So we're just going to do a reasonable height of compost. We're going to put the root strawberries in, and we're going to put our 3 giant strawberry plants. Basically the giant strawberries are just like, they're about 3 times the size of your average normal strawberry. But without further ado, let's get into it. So we've got, this is our old hatch shed. We were doing a bit of decorating my dad was doing a bit of decorating in the living room, and we had to take this out because we were varnishing the floors. We took up all our carpet, and it's now wood flooring, and this wouldn't have sanded up well and varnished well, so my dad just put in a new hatch. So we're going to replace this and use it to our gardening advantage. And we've already got the cardboard laid out. So I'm just gonna, and we've left a walkway, so we can walk and harvest. So I'm gonna put this hatch down, like so. I'll probably go this way. Right, that's good. And I want to leave a little bit of cardboard around the outside. As I said in the intro, we'll get some edging later, but let's get the compost into place. So we've got a bag here, and I've got a knife here, and I should really close that off right because I'm not using it right now. But these are 120 litre bags, which means they're really heavy, and I might not be able to lift them, but I'm gonna have a go. But first of all, before we can do that, I need to open up the bag. So I'm just gonna open up our knife, like so. I think that should be good for that bag. So as I said, this is a 120 litre bag, which means it's heavy, and I think someone came over because she thought she was getting food. But yeah, so as I said, this is a 120 litre bag, and it's very heavy. So, and this is the moment of truth, whether I can lift this or not. And see, I don't know why that's not coming out. Maybe if I... So you can see the bag is quite compact right now. So to get this all in this small little bag, they've compacted it up really well. So like if I was to break off a little bit, you can see that all crumbles. So it's not quite coming out yet, but we'll get there. We're getting somewhere. Right. Ooh, that came out in quite a big lump. Right, so this is a big chunk, so I'm going to put it on, and then I'm just going to break it up, like so. So without the edging, this is actually going to be quite tough. So the reason we're doing it without the edging, 1, because we don't actually have the edging, and 2, because we need to get these strawberries in. So I'm just picking up any big bits and breaking them up. So this could be quite a task to break up all the big bits, so we'll come back once we've got that done. It's just started to rain again, so we've got to be a bit quicker about what we're doing, and it feels a little bit heavier this time, so I'm going to stop yabbering and get to the point. So we've got our next bag of compost open, and so we're going to put this one on by hand because we don't think we quite need a full bag this time. It's quite high as it is. Once we get the edging, we can fill up any gaps. But so I'm just going to get a few bags, a few handfuls in. So the best way is to probably just break up it a little bit, or just like a few handfuls of breaking up, like so, and then put it on top. So me and my dad are just gonna fill it up to what we need, and then we'll come back and get planted with the strawberries. So we've got a root strawberry here, and these were delivered overnight, so we've had to put them in water for about 20 minutes, and this is the water that we put them in, and it might look mucky, that's just because all the roots are now pretty clean. So we've got 20 of these, and we're not even going to use a shovel, we're just going to use the end of it to dig out, to just get a rough hole. And we got all of these strawberries, so the 3 giants and the 20 in, not in the pots, from backer.com. You can search that on the internet, you should come up with their website and you can get whatever you want. I think that they do a bit more than strawberries. I didn't look on the site, my dad did. So yeah, so we just had them in the water. But because they've been out for a little while and they were transplanted overnight, we're going to get them in now. So we filled it up to the level that we want, and we've also got, we've also laid out 9 of our 20 strawberries, and we've also got pots because they need to be about a foot apart. This is about 3 by 3 foot, a little bit shorter, so it's about 9 foot in total, and it's a strawberry per square foot. So I'm gonna get some in now, and so as I said, these were transported overnight. So for maybe like 12 hours they didn't have a drink. So my stupid dad, aka my stupid cameraman, accidentally wasn't recording, but we got one in. I thought we were recording, so I was chatting away like I was doing a video shoot. But we've got one in, and we're putting it up to about, I'll try and show you guys, up to about here, so where the roots end. So I'm just going to get one in now. So I'm just trying to make the hole deep enough. Right, so see how that's getting. Let's see how. So I'm just trying to lift out some of the soil. Is that deep enough? A little bit deeper, I think, just because I don't want to be squashing any roots. Right, is that good? Yeah, I think that's good now. So. Let me just cover that up. Right, need to put that down a little bit. Right, so that's that one in. So we're gonna get the rest in off camera, but this is less than ideal. They didn't get delivered early, but we just weren't ready with the edging and stuff and the size. So this is less than ideal, but as I said, we're gonna get the rest in off camera, and then we will come back to put in the rest of them in our pots, and then put our giant strawberries in. So we've got one more pot to do, and there's been a slight change of plans with the giant ones. We're going to dedicate them to their own pot, just because we want them to live up to their name of giant strawberries. But so I'm going to take that grass out, that doesn't need to be in there, and that bit bark. So I'm just going to create a hole, like so, and then I'm going to put this one in here. Right. So I'm just putting the final 2 into the pots, and these are quite difficult to get in. Not all of the roots go under, and blah 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 blah. So I think I've got that one quite good now. So right, so I'm going to create my second hole. Right. So that should be deep enough for that one. Where did I put the other one? Here it is. So all of these roots need to be underground. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of forcefulness. Right. So I'm just going to put these in like so. So that goes in like so. That's it, getting covered up. Right. Right, so that's that one. We're gonna get a couple more. Well, we're gonna get the giant ones in, and then we will come back to water. So it's quite hard to know that we've actually put the rest of them in because they're so dirty and they're very small. And I think this was because they were planted overnight without pots and without water. But just for the sake of the other ones, we're gonna get the rest in, and then we will come back to put the giant strawberries in. So I've got a pot filled up andVe got a giant strawberry ready to go. And a fun fact for you guys, just if you guys want to know how much this would actually be if you went into like, because my mum and dad watched a show a couple of weeks back, and there was a episode with a bit of a clip about giant strawberries in Japan, and they were selling for £350. So each. So if you wanted 5, that would be, I can't even do the maths, it's so big. But yeah, so it's a lot of money. So your best way to get giant strawberries is to grow them. So I'm gonna get the hole dug, and I'm going to measure with the pot so I know. So how's that looking? That's pretty good actually. I think I've nailed that. So I'm just going to make sure the leaves get surrounded in dirt, so that's coming out quite easily. Right, so this soil's all of this soil's actually got fertilizer in it. Oh, it's breaking up, but that's fine, Right, cover that up, push down a little bit, so you can actually see the strawberries are already starting to grow, so these will get a lot bigger than what they are right now. So that's one in. I'm gonna go. Well, me and my dad are gonna get one in each off camera. I've got to get my English in all that. And then we'll come back to water them all. So I'm just with camera working. So my dad's watching just because the can's heavy, and we're extremely worried about those skies. You guys might not be able to see, but they're very black, and so this means that there's probably gonna be a lot of rain, and all of this could be collapsed by this morning. And we're just going on to the pots now. So dinner's nearly ready, and obviously the video ends here today because we need the edging, which will probably happen tomorrow at some point. But yeah, so hopefully it didn't rain too heavy tonight and all the soil just collapses. Hopefully that would be a bad thing. So we're just getting them all in now. Right, so that is everything watered, and we will come back tomorrow to do the edging, and we'll come up in the morning and hopefully it hasn't all collapsed.